Hey everyone, I'm just back for a quick message I thought is important on a follow-up to the Sagittarius reading, which I'm now realizing is collective. So, big thing that needs to be said, and because I'm kind of learning from what Rob went through, because a lot of people misunderstood him when he was talking about the spiritual bypassing. And although he had said many times like he had done it too, and we're all guilty of it, I don't think, because when you're channeling messages, you try not to think too much about your own things. But after I watched my own video, I realized like after, and also after someone else pointed out to me, like we're all those moths too. And the whole point of the spiritual journey, the dark night and all those things, the work is to acknowledge those things in ourselves and work on them. Like I definitely, I really resonated with the last group who needs so much guidance, who needs so much reassurance, who doesn't trust their inner guidance. Like I really see myself in that group, but I also realize how much work I've done to trust myself, right? And how that's so much different from where I was in the beginning of the journey. So we're all those moths. And the important thing, the difference between someone who's still working on themselves and someone who's trying to bypass is it's like the bypassing is always a temptation. The person who gives in to the temptation continually and kind of just like forgets, I wouldn't say forget, but just like, honestly, it's when you stop believing in the work. That's the key. It's not the fact that you're even tempted to skip a few steps. It's not even the fact that you're tired, right? It's when you're like, I'm not going to do this work anymore. And you would know if you're in that energy of just not wanting to do anything. You would know. But if you're just tired and you need a break, that's not you. You know what I mean? You know deep down what path you're on and what timing you're on. So there's no need to how do you say, separate or feel attacked if you resonate with any of those groups. But I mean, do you? I'm not going to tell you not to feel bad about something. Oh, what am I trying to say? The point is the bar is a lot lower than we think it is as far as like achievement. Like our guides aren't here to like make us do impossible stunts and scale mountains in a single leap. You know what I mean? It's, if you can look back and think of how you used to struggle and the things that you if you were looking for that, just that one leg up, hoping you would win the lottery or something, if you were just looking for the temporary numbing or satisfaction to avoid dealing with your issues, if you were constantly relying on everyone else's words and not your own, like you just needed that next reading or next visit with even like your therapist. Heck, it's not all spiritual in nature, the things that we try to do to kind of bypass the work. And the work itself, the work TM copyright is gotten this like super, how do you, the super like attachment to the spiritual journey as we know it consciously. But there's so many people doing that work who've never even looked at a tarot card before. So many people doing that work who've never once got a chakra balanced. Do you know what I mean? Do not discount how the work is just a natural part of growing and living, right? People ascended, people evolved without all those things before, and they will continue to. So this is not like a way to put down people who are not doing the same things that a lot of the spiritual community is doing, because it's just not necessary. Those are tools, right? They're helpful, but at the end of the day, it's just really this willingness to look at yourself honestly and work on those issues. So yeah, we all start out being the moths. I mean, very few of us don't. So this is definitely, if you thought you saw yourself in any of those, just be, and you feel differently, then be very proud of how much you've grown and how much you've changed, because you are part of what's making everyone else elevate themselves, you know. And I just felt that was important to say that, you know, in the middle of giving messages, I don't really stop to kind of think about what I'm saying, right? That kind of ruins the whole channeling aspect of things. But yeah, just it's all a temptation. It's all in how much you give in to the temptation. So that's all I wanted to say. Hopefully this is helpful addendum to the original video. Thanks, everyone.